that is defined as a moral issue that affects an individual or a society. So today we want to deal with one of the biggest social issues that has affected the world and has affected so many people, but it is known as a silent killer. Poverty has taken more lives than any other social issue in the world. It has taken more lives than domestic drugs, alcohol, or teenage pregnancy. It is definitely one of the biggest social issues that are facing the world today. So we want to take a few minutes and look at some of the what has really caused poverty and how we can help to curb poverty. And so what we want to do first is to I want to present some visual aids so you can see exactly the dire situation that poverty has caused and some of the solution. We want to talk about some of the problems it has caused and then some of the solution to the problem. So as you can see from our visual here, in a world of about 7 billion people, we have an estimated of 1.94 billion people that lives in poverty. That's why I said before it's a silent killer. And it's every day we go to bed and we eat and this is something that you don't see or hear about every day. And this is really a critical problem in our world today, because millions and millions of people are dying unless we come together and offer some resources and offer our help financially to help children that are suffering. This is where we'll have the outcome of what we'll have here. 270 million no access to health services. 400 million has no access to clean water. And so of course I listed some of the countries that have some of the worst populated area, especially like Africa and Asia, Latin America, and of course the Caribbean, where we have lived there before and we know and we see what poverty is. But I just want to present to you some of the areas that are mostly stricken by poverty. And you can see from the figures that going from 7 billion people to 507 million to 414, you can see how many people are dying and how many people are living without natural resources to make their life better and to get a better job and to help themselves. And this is a big social issue that needs to be addressed, because if we don't, there's a lot more people are going to die. And we want to be there if we can to help different organizations, UNICEF and and the World Health Organization. These are organizations that funnel resources to countries and the people who necessarily have the necessary resources they need to help themselves. So we just want to take a few more minutes to some of the causes of poverty. As you can see, war, natural disasters, high taxation. Due to high taxation, imports and exports are limited because of the high taxation by government. Natural disasters, war-torn regions have caused most of these countries to have less resources. And of course the biggest one of all is government squandering the resources and pocketing the money when it should be going towards helping the less fortunate and the poor people in the country. The government takes those resources that comes in, the medical care and the food, and they sell it and they pocket the money. And this is one of the biggest reasons that causes poverty. Effects of poverty, of course, it's effects of poverty. You have war, you have teenage pregnancies. It's a high risk because of poverty, malnutrition, illiteracy, and of course the biggest one is debt. Is probably the biggest cause, the biggest effect of poverty. So I just wanted to share that with you. And, one of the things I want to talk about is where have all the resources gone? And this is probably one of the areas that I'm really concerned about, because as you can see from the visual here, these are some of the areas where our resources is going, and instead of food and nutrition going to poverty countries, these are where our resources are going into. It's going into fuel, and it's going into alcohol and those and food for pets. These are where the resources are going in. So you can see the dire situation that we are facing, and it's become a big problem. So again, I just want to state it by concluding that it is a big problem, it's a big issue, and we all need to stand up, and we need to support organizations that would help, that would send resources to countries that cannot help their own people. And these are some of the things that I would recommend that we do and we help. And solutions to curb poverty is we need proper training, and of course one of the areas that I really would like to say finally is that we need to curb our spending. If we spend on less, then we would have enough resources that we need, and we'll be able to. I put aside